everybody, welcome to the Tigers and welcome back to yet another Warships chat thing, which is going to be weird because the first game I'm actually gonna feature today evolves around armored warfare. But let's talk about the idea behind this video and why we're here. First and foremost, in the last video I talked about the need for more modes, the need for more games, and so on. Or did I? I can't remember. Anyway, I was thinking to myself, we need more PvE game modes. I know this was a subject in one of the streams recently, and I just kind of decided that yes, I need to make a video on this. The reason why, and it will become apparent very soon. Here we have armored warfare. One of the better PvE games out there is that involves or evolves around the idea of a free-to-play model to allow you to have a lot of several different things to do. So, since I last played Armor Warfare, a lot has happened. It used to be that you pick a tank, then you go to mode select, and then you'd have a few different things around the map that you could go for. However, we're just gonna do that. However, what they've done now is they've dumbed it down, made it a whole lot easier. This is what they've done. They made a standard operation and a hardcore operation. Hardcore, only available for vehicles of tier 3 or higher. These are all co-ops, and then you have these where you can go in with other tanks, and they're a bit of a story-driven thing. However, as I sat down to test something, I noticed something that I really wanted, or to record this, and I really wanted to show you guys first, is along the lines of what this what World of Warships needs. So let's pick the Leopard 2A6, which is the one I'm currently grinding. Well, currently. It was the last one I was grinding. I'm almost done with it too. So let's go to mode select. And now you see I can go for raiding party, I can go for this, and I can also go for special operations, which is extreme. So these are really the difficulties. You have the easiest one here, which is standard. And then you have hardcore, which is hard, and then you have extreme, which is really hard. Anyway, this is something that all games involving shooting, involving any sort of patching or balance of vehicles or changes to vehicles, this is something all of them need that are easily set up. No need to put in the bots yourself. You just go in, and this is what you see. You see a countdown, and then it starts. You have your consumables. You have everything ready. You have your targets here. And the funny thing is, the targets I saw when I was in earlier were different. These are not the same targets. Anyway, this is why I feel every game mode needs this. There's a shatter on top, but it also to learn, okay, if I shoot here, I go through, but I do not see the lower plate. So let's try a shot here. It is simply to be able to learn where you can shoot different tanks of the same tier to get an actual hit. See, he has an ERA plate, also known as explosive reactive armor. All game modes, or all games evolving around something that has to do with vehicles that change should really have this. This is how simple it should be to pop into a training battle or a training room. Now, I do not know if I can have more people with me, but I really hope so. Anyway, This is how simple it is to go into a PvE battle. I press there, I go there, and you see, this updates in 2 minutes. Meaning in 2 minutes, there will be a new mission here. There will be a new map, a new game. Completely different. Well, not necessarily completely different, but there are a lot of different maps on rotation that you can go in on. And you just jump into the queue and you play through it. That's all. There is nothing massive or major about it. You just jump in and do what it is you want to do. You choose the difficulty and you jump in. This is how simple it needs to be for World of Warships. World of Warships as it currently is outdated. It's clunky. Let me show you why. In World of Warships, if you want to do a PvE battle, you first and foremost click up here, then you go to Operations. This is here for an entire week. One thing this does well is that it limits the amount of ships automatically for you. This is what you get. You select a ship, and you press battle. However, you are then in there for 20 minutes. You press battle again, you go through the same motions, same map, same thing, over and over and over. If you want to play any of the other operations, you'll either have to wait a week, or you'll have to gather 6 of your clanmates together with you so that you make up a group of 7. At the very least, you need to be 6, because then you can choose any of these. Sorry, I'm corrected. The minimum number of participants is 4. So with 4 people, you can choose any of them. But we all know, it is not doable. If you want to do a training battle, you have to go in here. You have to create your own room. You have to set up. You have to make like all the different maps, everything. Which is fair if you want to train for something as specific as that. But you saw how easily I got into a training room to check out what's going on with my tank, how do I do things, how did this work. I pressed a button that said training room. That's all. It was all done. So here's my idea for a game mode for World of Warships that evolves around PvE. 5 through 7 people, fine. But allow it to be part of like a normal queue, normal system, normal rotation. Let's say you pre-make in the start, or even use the maps we already have. You don't have to make specific maps for this. Maybe down the line. However, let's say you have 3 different game modes. One of them, the first one, simple as this: escort. You and your friends are fleet escort to a lot of civilian ships. These civilian ships, they are carrying coal from one place to another. You are then getting attacked. It is your job to save as many as possible. Why do I mention coal? We'll get to that later. Secondly, let's call it raid, where you are in a ship. You need to get to a location that is heavily defended, like with both forts, with ships, with maybe even aircraft, who knows. You then pick up a resource, and then you have to extract at a random location on the map. And the last one is maybe just simply a type, not a tower defense, but a wave defense sort of thing, where more and more stronger and stronger enemies are thrown at you, and this is your, let's call it last stand. Let's call it last stand. Why not? This is what you do. You defend for as long as possible, and the more waves you survive through, the better the reward. Now, why did I mention rewards? Because I do feel like any game mode like that should be on par with PvP in the sort in the way of what rewards you get. We talked about this on stream, and something that I really liked. Who knows if it's a good idea or not? But one thing I really liked was the idea of being given coal or whatever resource, oil maybe for the clan. Yeah, that's also something you can transport. But let's stick to coal as the starter idea, where you are supposed to gain coal for the war effort or whatever. Yeah? Let's say you save 40,000 coal. You, as a person, even though you're not in a full team or whatever, like you're just doing this through the queue system, you are then allowed to keep a percentage of this, which goes directly to you, which you can then use in the armory. Or maybe oil for the clan. Let's say this is a clan event, or yeah, you can have so many things being rewarded through this. Not just not just XP, not just credits, but give something more. Give an incentive to do this. But make it easy to get into. Make it easy to be part of. And not have just this one same map and game mode throughout an entire week. It's too long. It's too much. We need variety. And for people who want to play PvP, sure. Random battles, clan battles, ranked, whatever. They're still there. But allow an option for those who just suddenly go so tired. Allow an option to have variety within your own game, where you have almost an endless possibility of building new game modes, testing out new things, without it interacting or interfering with the normal queue. Which is why I say that you should be able to queue up for both. Just hit Q, and then, we have a PvE battle ready for you. Do you want to go in there? Or do you want to wait for a random battle? Or the other way around. Let's say the random battle pops up first. Do you want to go in there? Whatever. And build around that. I don't know if it's enough of a player base to do it right now, but I would love to see more of a PvE mode. You don't have to have a lot of different maps in order to be able to do this already. In fact, I do believe that with the amount of PvE maps you already have... No, leave Q. I'm not going in here. I was going to show you something. Other operations. You have Sunray in the Darkness, which is just a normal map with some extra skins over. You have Saving Transylvania. Again, normal map with extra skins over. Defense of Naval Station Newport, Killer Whale, so on. You have all these wonderful maps. Also, you have all the PvP maps, which can easily be converted into the same thing. Where you have naval bases going, you have radar stations, and whatnot that can be turned into these three game modes with Fleet Escort, Raid, and then Last Stand. I really do feel like World of Warships would have a tremendous use for this. PvE is becoming more and more important in an environment where you need to show off things. You need to keep a variety available. And even, like, yeah, sell us on a story mode. I don't know, but the directives, everything, like, you can build so much around it and give the same rewards without any sort of problem. So please, Wargaming, if you're listening, if you're seeing this, give me something to do with higher tier ships in PvE. Give me the ability to go on a last stand with my Yamato. Give me the ability to go on a fleet rescue with my Shimakaze or whatever. Give me this ability. Because I do feel it would be a huge step forward for this game. Anyway, that's been enough for me. I hope you've enjoyed. But as always, guys, keep wild, stay free, and I'll see you guys